Hey everybody, it's Lisa, Quilting in the Valley, and we are layering our quilt sandwich for Quilting 101. So what we've done first is we've gotten a nice table space, laid out our backing fabric, made sure there was no wrinkles in it, and we're double checking, making sure that there's no strings under anything, because if you have a white fabric, background fabric, all these strings will show right through. So everything is laid out, and I have kind of rolled up my quilt top. I'm gonna use some spray baste. I'm not gonna spray the heck out of it. I'm just a nice little bit like that. That's all you need. You don't need a ton. I'm gonna unfold it, and I'm gonna smooth it flat. That's all there is to this. This doesn't need to be difficult. Now, if you're talking about a great big quilt, you're probably gonna have a little more trouble. But this is not difficult with this size of a quilt. Okay, now, you'll notice that we've got our batting and our backing on this side are pretty well lined up, and we've got our quilt top. We made sure that we're in far enough so that we're not gonna run out of space. That's because we're gonna do this ourselves on a domestic machine. If you were sending this to a long arm quilter, you would have to have a minimum of 4 inches of backing and batting on all 4 sides in order for that to happen. But we're gonna do this ourselves, so I'm just gonna spread this out, make sure I'm wrinkle free. You can see I'm reaching already, and I'm a tall girl, so if this was a queen size quilt, there would be some problems here. Queen size quilt, you want to get some help. Make sure you don't have any wrinkles in your batting. Pull all that out. And then here we can just roll that right down. Press it nice and flat. And you guys saw I'm not using a ton of spray base. You don't need a ton of spray base. All that's going to do is gum up your needle. And that's not a good thing. And then just kind of get this in. And if your needle gets gummed up, you'll have thread breakage, and you don't want that. All right? That's all there is to it. So we've layered this quilt sandwich. Now the bottom needs to be done the same way. So it's going to stay on top. We're good. And we're actually pretty well laid out back here. So I'm probably just going to lift this up, just peek underneath there a little bit with some spray baste and lay it back down. That's all you need. You do not need to go to town on this. If you prefer, you can pin baste. But if you pin baste, keep in mind that as you're doing your quilting, you're going to have to really be working a lot with pins, making sure that you're not running over them, because you'll break a needle or worse. The one thing I didn't talk about on the batting was making sure that the scrim goes down. So if you look at this batting here, you will see that there are little bumps. You can feel them. I mean, you can kind of see bumps on the other side, but you can feel bumps on this side. That's the scrim. You want the scrim to be down on the bottom next to your backing fabric. It will mess with your tension sometimes on some machines, and you don't want to have that happen. So keep your scrim down. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just getting this very last bit again. Making sure we're all nice and smooth and flat. There we go. Our quilt top is basted and ready for quilting. So, next one, we're going to tell you how to quilt it. See you then.